Hello everyone. So our today's topic is hybridization. What is hybridization? Hybridization is nothing but it is a process of mixing of slightly different energy orbitals, or we can say it is a process of mixing of orbitals which has slightly different energies. Okay, so what will happen when these kind of orbitals mix with each other? As a result of hybridization, new set of orbitals having equivalent energies are formed. Okay, we will understand about why hybridization comes, why it is necessary in chemical bonding. So, according to VBT, according to valence bond theory, overlapping, valence bond theory concept overlapping, in which it is stated that SS overlapping is stronger than SP overlapping. So, why this concept is studied here? Okay, we will take example of methane, that is CH4. In CH4, configuration of C is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. For the formation of CH4, also we write configuration of hydrogen, which is 1s1. For the formation of CH4, what will happen? For the formation of 4 hydrogen bond, it should be unpaired. So in first excited state, carbon in excited state 1s2, 2s1 and 2p3. If we draw orbital configuration, then valence shell, this is 2s orbital and this is 2p orbital. 1 electrons in each orbital, 2s1 and 2p3. Okay, this is 2s and this is 2p. Hydrogen 1s1, 1s1. So this one hydrogen, this one hydrogen, this one hydrogen and this one hydrogen. Okay. So when overlapping exists between this and this, so what kind of orbital participate in this overlapping? 2s orbital. We can ultimately say s orbital, and here also s orbital of hydrogen. So, and here s and p, s and p, s and p. So, as per VBT, SS overlapping is strong, so ultimately this bond will be strong, and SP overlapping is less strong, or we can say weaker, then these 3 bonds of the CH4 will be weaker, but it is practically not. All the 4 bonds of CH4 are of same strength. So to explain this concept, hybridization term came in existence. So what hybridization tells? Orbitals are firstly hybridized to form equal number of equivalent energy orbitals. So after studying hybridization concept, we can say, first of all, the orbitals of carbon, outermost orbital of carbon, like are undergone in hybridization. These are s orbital and these are p orbitals. When these all 4 orbitals are undergo in hybridization, then they form equal number of hybridized orbital. How much they are? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 4 sp3 hybridized orbitals are formed. After the formation of 4 sp3 hybridized orbital, this hydrogen combines with this. So now these all are becomes sp3. Then hydrogen combines with this. This is hydrogen, one hydrogen, second hydrogen, third hydrogen and fourth hydrogen. Then these are overlapped to form CH4 bond. In this case, overlapping is happened between s orbital and sp3 orbital. Here also s orbital and sp3 orbital. Here also s orbital and sp3 orbitals. Here also s orbital and sp3 orbital. So all the 4 bonds formed are of similar strength. Okay, now we will get that why hybridization is necessary. Okay, on the basis of orbitals, how many types of orbitals can combine or mix with each other, hybridization is of following types. So first of all, types of hybridization. First type is sp hybridization. sp hybridization. Here in this type of hybridization, one s and one p orbital mix with each other to form 2 equivalent hybrid orbital, 2 equivalent sp hybrid orbitals. Okay, s orbital is spherical, okay, and then p orbital is dumbbell shaped, then what will happen? These two orbitals combined or mix to form sp hybridized orbital. We can say it is sp hybridization. Because these two orbitals get mixed. It is also important in deciding electronegativity. Hybridization is also important factor to decide how elements are electronegative. Let's see. First of all, if we decide angle between them is, so what, 180 degree, and percentage of S character and percentage of P character in sp hybridization are 50-50 percentage. Okay, these two things are very important to decide electronegativity, because we know electronegativity is directly proportional to percentage of S character. If the percentage of S characters increases, then electronegativity of element will also increases. Okay. The second type of hybridization is sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization, where one s orbital and two p orbital, in which one pz and one px orbitals are combined to form 3 sp2 hybridized orbital. Because there are 3 orbitals combined, then 3 sp2 hybridized orbitals are formed. So what is its geometry? This is its geometry. It is sp3 hybridization. Okay. And in this type of hybridization, angle is of 120 degree and percentage of S character and percentage of P characters are 25% and 33% and 66.6%, 33.3% and 66.6% respectively. Okay. So These are also important in terms of electronegativity. Percentage of S character decreases because in sp hybridization we have percentage of S character. Percentage of S character are what? 50%. But in sp2 hybridization percentage of S characters decreases and what? 33.3%. Means percentage of S character decreases means electronegativity also decreases. So we can say sp hybridization is the molecules in which sp hybridization is found is more electronegative than the molecule in which sp2 hybridization is found. One another type of hybridization is sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization in which 1s and 3p, pz, px and py are combined to form sp3 hybridized orbitals. How many sp3 hybridized orbitals? 4. Geometry will become tetrahedral. This is sp3 hybridization. If I talk about the angle between them, then it comes out to be 109.28, 109 degree 28 minute. Okay. What about percentage of S character and percentage of P character? So in sp3 hybridization, percentage of S characters and percentage of P characters are 25% and 75% respectively. So as we comes to sp3 hybridization, then percentage of S character also decreases. What is 25%? So on moving sp to sp3 hybridization, percentage of S characters gradually decreases. As the percentage of S character decreases, electronegativity also decreases. So okay, then question is that how can we predict or calculate the hybridization of any molecule? So formula to calculate hybridization formula is hybridization equal to half into number of electrons in valence shell of central atom plus number of monovalent atoms minus charge on cation plus charge on anion. This is formula. V is number of valence electron on central atom, M is monovalent atom, C is charge on cation, A is charge on anion. Monovalent atom means which can only form single bond, like hydrogen and halogens. These two are monovalent atoms. What about central atom? Number of valence electron on central atom. Okay. If I have an molecule XeF2, then how can we decide which one is central atom? Okay. So to decide this central atom, we have three things. To decide central atom, first one is less in number. The atom which is less in number is our central atom. Okay, so in this case, which one is less, Xe or F? So F here 2 and Xe is only 1. So in this case, Xe is our central atom, but it does not fully satisfied, because in case of like we can say SOCl2, in case of SOCl2, here sulfur is also less in number, oxygen is also less in number. So which one is which one is central atom? So for this, second thing is that electropositive nature. So decide which one is more electropositive. We know oxygen is electronegative, so here sulfur is our central atom, and in this case xenon is our central atom. Next thing, but it also doesn't satisfy whole molecule. If we consider example of CHCl3, less in number, carbon and hydrogen also less in number, 1 1. Electropositive nature, carbon is also and hydrogen is also electropositive in nature. So how can we decide which one is central atom? So another condition which we should to keep in our mind during decidation of central atom is high covalency. High covalency. Carbon has 4 covalency, hydrogen has only 1 covalency. So which one has more covalent or covalency? Carbon. So our central atom will become carbon in this case. Okay, then simply we can calculate hybridization in all these molecules. For example, if we want to calculate hybridization of XeF2, then we can follow our formula. XeF2 hybridization equal to 1 by 2 number of valence electron on central atom. We know our central atom is xenon, so number of valence electron on central atom means xenon are 8. Okay, then monovalent atoms how much? 2. So 2. Charge on cation, no charge. Also anion, no charge, so 0. 8 plus 2 10. 10 by 2 5 means hybridization is sp3d type. Why? 3p, 1s, 4 and 1d means 5. So in this way we can calculate all these hybridizations of all these molecules. So we will meet on our next lecture where we will talk about some more interesting facts about hybridization. So thank you for your constant support.